Okay, class, so now we're going to talk about measuring angles on a protractor. So what we need to do is identify each angle as an acute, right, or an obtuse, and find the measurement. So we're going to do the first one. The first one is angle AOC. So you highlight angle AOC. Now on A, I'm not going to focus on A because A is at the bottom. I'm going to look at C. I'm going to look at those two numbers, which is 100 and 80. Now that I found the angle where C is located, now I have to identify which angle is this. Is it an acute, right, or an obtuse? Well, it is an obtuse. And then to find the measurement, you know obtuse is higher than 90 degrees. So, is it 80 or is it 100? It is 100. So, angle AOC is measured 100. Now we're going to look for letter B, which is angle DOE. So let's classify what's the angle EOD. Is this an acute, right, or an obtuse? It is an acute. Now I'm not going to focus on E because E is 0. I'm going to focus on D. So D is in this middle. So D is between 130 and 140. So it's going to be 135 for the top one. Now I'm going to look at the bottom. The bottom one is between 50 and 40. What would that be? That would be 45. And for an acute angle, an acute has to be less than 90 degrees. So which one is less than 90 degrees? Is it 135 or 45? The correct answer would be 45. So now we're going to go for letter C. This is D, and then this is C. For letter C, the angle is COE. Again, I'm not gonna focus on E because E is at the bottom, so I'm gonna focus on letter C. So look at letter C. Letter C, I'm gonna circle the number. It is located on the top one, 100. And the bottom one is 80. So now for this angle, is it an acute, right, or an obtuse? This angle is an acute. So I'll write an acute. Remember, an acute is less than 90 degrees. So is it measured 100 or is it measured 80? The correct answer will be 80 degrees. Now we'll go to letter D. Letter D, the angle is from F, O, to A. And I'm not going to look at A because A is at the bottom. So I'm going to look at F. So F, between 7, the top one is between 70 and 75. So we'll calculate around 72 or 73. And then on the bottom one is either between 110 to 112 or 113. But first classify the angle. Is this an acute, right, or an obtuse? This angle is an acute. So what is the measurement for acute? Less than 90. So which one is less than 90? Is it 72, 112? I'm going to use this one. And since acute is less than 90 degrees, the correct answer will be 72. I'm going to erase this, and then I'll put 72. Or you could also write 73. Then our last one is going to be E. So E, the angle is from D, O, B. So now the angle DOB is not on the bottom. So I have to find what's the angle for B and then what's the angle for D. For angle for B, I'm going to use the top one. And it's between 40 and 50. So it would be 45. And then for angle D, on the side of the angle, is located between 130 and 140, so it would be 135. So anytime you get to different angles, you're going to subtract them. And whenever you subtract them, you subtract from the biggest number to the bottom number. So 135 minus 45 will give you 90. And since it is a 90 degree, is it an acute, right, or an obtuse? An acute is less than 90, and the right angle is exactly at 90, and obtuse is more than 90 degrees. So the correct answer is the right angle.